once again, Avdiivka. Yes, it's currently the hottest spot, but today we'll discuss what sets it apart from Bakhmut. Many people are now drawing parallels between the Russian troops' offensive in Avdiivka and last year's offensive in Bakhmut. But I believe that this is not quite correct for a number of reasons. Yes, the Russian troops are now trying to press the flanks at Avdiivka, similar to Bakhmut, and as they lost a significant amount of equipment, they switched to the predominant use of infantry. But Avdiivka, despite the fact that it is a fundamental fortified area, has a number of vulnerabilities compared to Bakhmut. For example, it is only one logistical artery west of the city. Yes, in addition to it there are a dozen dirt roads, but as the weather worsens they will be difficult to pass through, and are not the main supply arteries. But in Bakhmut, control over the two arteries was maintained, not to mention the dirt roads between them. In Avdiivka, Route 0542 is a high-risk logistics route, and the main one, so the defense is complicated by the presence of additional risks. Also, in the offensive on Avdiivka applied breakthrough tactics used under Vugleda, which could not be seen under Bakhmut. Thanks to this suicidal tactic Avdiivka has already surpassed Vugleda and Bakhmut in the number of destroyed enemy manpower and equipment for 3 weeks. And this should also be given special attention. The fact is that after the failure of the first wave on October 10th, the Russian command ordered to pull everything that is available under Avdiivka. And this all as of today are the units of at least 3 combined arms armies. They are now involved in the offensive on the small town of Avdiivka, with an area of less than 12 square miles and a front line of about 18 miles. In addition, various assault units are already involved in the offensive or are being brought in additionally. That is as of now, the quantitative pressure per unit area and length of the front in Avdiivka is many times greater than what we have seen for 10 months at Bakhmut. Similarly, in terms of the losses that the Russian troops are suffering, it's just a non-stop recycling of the enemy. But you have to be realistic and understand that any defense can eventually be broken through. Similarly, any fortified area over time but is breached. The only question is what resources the Russian command is ready to spend on this, especially considering that they are already experiencing depletion in terms of equipment, but not in men. In turn, it will not be possible to realize the encirclement of Avdiivka with human resources alone. In fact, Avdiivka turns into a colossal disgrace for the Russian troops, even more than Bakhmut. And if this fact would stop any other commander in order to avoid worsening their position and not to expend another thousands lives of their soldiers, for the Russian command, this serves as an incentive to continue the meat grinder. The coming weeks may be decisive for Avdiivka, because they will clearly show what resources the enemy command is ready to operate, more precisely, sacrifice, to achieve their goals.